Castor is a film podcast filled with dubious opinions, plot spoilers, and a healthy sprinkling of bad language. Thanks for listening.
Take a much loved movie and stir in a different cast. Are you ready, children? Yes. When the snowman brings the snow, well, I just might like to know.
Hello and welcome to Castor. My name is Jim, and each episode myself and my two co-hosts Sam and Nick review one of cinema's much loved or unloved films with the aim of also serving you up a delicious recasting. But before we can get into that, don't forget you can follow and subscribe to Castrol over on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, TikTok, or wherever it is that you get your podcasts from. And of course, don't forget to leave us those all-important 5-star reviews. And should you wish to support the podcast, you can do so in a variety of ways. You can either head on over to patreon.com/Castorol podcast, and for the low fee of $1 a month, you can just leave us a little tip each month for serving you up these delicious episodes. Or, of course, head over to tpublic.com and just search Castorol, and you can sport one of our amazing designs for yourself.
Unzip that hoodie.
It is. I am wearing it. You're right. I couldn't not wear it.
Has it been washed?
Yes, it's been washed.
Has it been off your body?
You
just got in the shower.
I just got in the washing machine and went for a spin. Look, yes, I look pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, as I said, I am not alone. First, he is the succulent, perfectly cooked turkey. Not too dry, not too moist. It's Nick.
I don't think I've ever had succulent or moist turkey. I don't think that's a real thing.
Turkey, yeah.
Really?
We don't have it like we tend to have like a crowd of chicken.
Yeah.
And like a ham.
Right.
But I've had good turkey.
I don't think I've ever had good turkey.
You're quite dry, like you're wit.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I did.
Dry.
And that other voice you heard, he is the bread sauce that you smother all over it. It's Sam.
I don't really like bread sauce.
No,
it's
I
just
don't
wet
get-
bread.
yeah.
It's just wet bread. Do you like bread sauce?
I fucking hate bread sauce.
Oh,
mate.
fucking hell, right.
It is a bit shit in there. I don't know.
It's just wet. Do I look like a fucking duck?
It's all about the cranberry, by the way.
As I said, my name is Jim. I'm, of course, everyone's favourite part of a Christmas dinner, the pigs in blanket.
Oh, I thought you were going to be the Brussels sprout. Like 1 in 100.
They
like
go
you.
nowhere near. They go nowhere fucking near my Christmas dinner, mate.
Jesus Christ, you with cruciferous vegetables. Jesus. Fart palace.
Oh, mate, you don't want to know after I've had some cabbage.
Do you not at least have some token sprouts? It's like
I have
there's
a
this
token
burden
sprout.
that you've got to have some on your plate.
No.
Do you not think?
Yeah,
they don't even get cooked, mate.
How do you
get the
try
sprout
them
guilt.
though?
In fact, no, I think they cook because one person at the table likes it. So therefore they have to fucking like it.
I feel like I should cook you sprouts with bacon, cream, and chestnuts.
See, I keep seeing these recipes and I still don't think I'd like them.
It's really good.
I do feel like that's one of those things. It's like people that claim they like oysters, right? And the amount of shit they have to put on an oyster to make it palatable is like, I'm not sure you like oysters. I think you like the bacon.
I think you like
you're putting with it.
the lemon drink, the lemons you squeeze on it, the hot sauce, and
Yeah, oh, it's nice now, yeah.
If you're saying anything, just get it down your throat without chewing or tasting it, it's not nice.
No, but like some cheese is okay in and of itself, right?
Do you eat cheese like oysters? Jim does. That's how he gets gout.
He gets gout. Just a half a block.
I mean, this is the worst time of year for me coming up to Christmas. All the cheese
God.
boards.
I reckon one of these episodes around Christmas time, he's going to have gout.
I'm gonna hobble into this kitchen and you're gonna be like, gout. I'm gonna be like,
How soon after the Christmas period, on average, does the gout tend to kick in?
Well, it depends. If I've not been drinking any water, it could be quite quick.
Why would you not be drinking any water?
Because I'm really bad at drinking water at home. Like at work, I've got my 2-litre bottle, nailing it every day.
Yeah.
At home, if I'm on a day
Lose
off,
track of it.
I don't tend to drink fuck all really.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why it's
Gout
bad.
sets
Really,
in.
it's bad.
Gout sets in.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's like,
Well, I feel like you might have finished the intro.
I finished the intro a long time
it's
ago.
done. We're here.
The intro's
Hello,
been
everyone.
that's a thing of the past now.
We're almost at the outro at this point.
I mean, it probably goes without saying because it has been quite a quick turnaround on this one. Have we actually watched anything?
I don't know if I have, apart from what we're doing a casserole of today.
I watched what we're doing a casserole of. I watched a couple more episodes of that disclaimer that I was talking about.
okay,
It is very good. Yeah. Do you know what? Something that is quite interesting. Well, I don't know if it's interesting to any of our listeners.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Exactly. Is have you seen yet? I don't know if that's him snoring or just releasing some gas.
I thought he was
from
just
an
clearing his
orifice.
throat.
Yeah.
I was like, wouldn't put it past him.
They've just released a trailer on Amazon Prime for the new kind of like animated shorts series they're doing. Secret Level.
Yeah, they look good.
One of those is a new Warhammer 40,000 animation.
Yeah, they look. Some of them look really good.
Insanely good.
You're excited about that
I'm
one.
excited about that.
Yeah, there's some good looking episodes on that.
Yeah.
I must admit, I did enjoy it. It's probably got nothing to do with it, but it was on Netflix and animation. Was the Love, Death and Robots?
Oh, that was good.
They did two series of
I've not
that.
seen season 2, but season 1 was just fucking mental.
They're both
season
great.
2's more mental.
Yeah,
Is it that?
but like I loved how they were all different production companies and
Genres
stuff.
and- yeah.
and-
Well, what I loved
all
about it
completely
is-
different.
Everyone's watching order is different.
Yeah.
So-
I
so
didn't
my-
just do. Yeah, I flipped
just
between
picked the
them.
ones
Like,
that-
So
oh, fancy
even
that
if,
one,
so
fancy
if you
that
hit
one,
play, the order I watch them in will be different to the order you watch them in. If you hit play,
yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even if you
no
think
one's
you're-
order is the same. If you
Oh,
just
that's
hit,
cool.
if you just hit play, they just play them in order. They just play it in a random order. They will not be in the same order,
I like that. Yeah.
which I thought was quite
Some
cool.
of them are like genuinely like. Did you see the one where it was like a Spanish conquistador in like the
Yeah.
jungle?
Yeah.
That one like haunted me a little bit. That
Yeah,
was
some of them
freaky.
are super dark. Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Really good.
It's been
Where he's like
few
deaf
years, but-
and this like kind of siren comes
the
out of
one.
the
The only
water.
one. The one that
Yeah, that
sticks
one's
out to me the
amazing.
most
Freaky.
is the one with the. I think it's like a robot and a cat, and then that there where the cat just starts speaking at the end and just made me chuckle.
Yeah.
They're genuinely some of the best quality animation and most creative that I've seen in those two
Like the one
series.
Although a
that's
few
like,
of them did have a bit of a focus on dicks, though, didn't they?
Plenty of
There was a
plenty
lot of focus on dick.
There's a fair bit of nudity, I think, across the board. But I mean, that's fine. I don't think any of it was like without serving a purpose.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Well, the
and it's meant
purpose
to
is
be like an adult.
see some dick.
Animation. Everyone's happy.
See some massive phallus.
I think it's fine. I think if you're gonna have a show that got boobs in, you gotta take the dick. You gotta take the dick with the boobs.
I have
that's a lie.
watched something.
Oh,
All this dick talk has reminded me.
hang on. Is it safe for this podcast?
We finally watched Saltburn.
oh! What do you think?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shut your face.
Wait.
It's Ghostbusters all over again, isn't it?
Right, I could tell what all the hype was about. I thought it had some amazing performances. I thought particularly Rosamund Pike and
The Irish guy.
who's the dad? Who plays the dad?
Oh,
Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant.
Were both absolutely incredible. I thought they're just like some of the best performances of their careers. I think they were just so good in it. I do think Barry Keoghan's
Yeah.
performance. I do think it was good. I thought where it fell down for me a little bit was around the actual the writing and the plot. And I think like obviously the really sensational bits. After a while, it just felt like it was doing them just for the sake of being sensational. It didn't give me anything more necessary for the character. And I do think that the point, spoilers for Saltburn, the point at which he was like, oh, he's just like a psycho and he's setting all this up, it flipped a little bit too quickly for me. Like I didn't see enough of that
You
behaviour
want a bit
from
more of a
him.
slow burn in Saltburn.
I want a slow burn and Saltburn. And I think you raised this at the time, the bit where he goes back to see his mum and dad. Like that felt a bit too contrived of like the psychopath that he is and like the ultimate manipulator. I just couldn't see him letting that happen.
But I don't know if I mean like, I think I am way too forgiving of films and things. But like for me, it showed that he is so not used to being manipulated himself.
But I don't
Like,
even think
it's just-
he was. Like, how could he not have thought until they reached the fucking sign for Prescott?
I did think that. I did.
Are we
think
going
that.
to Prescott?
Hang on, like because you recognise your hometown.
And
like,
you must have been
recognise,
driving
like,
for hours.
You recognise
Yeah.
like 3 streets away. You'd recognise.
Hang on a
like,
minute. Like he would have created an excuse why they couldn't have gone. Like he was that much of a master.
You'd have thought he'd have like feigned some form of illness or something.
It just fell down a little bit for me, where it felt a little bit too okay.
The other-
but it was an enjoyable watch.
The other
absolutely.
theory, though, is that he allowed him to have that win over him
Hmm.
to lower his defences.
Maybe. I don't think it did lower them, though. If anything, it put them up, because he was like, who
Yeah,
even are you?
But he no longer thought of him as like a threat. He thought of him as like a crazy guy that he feels sorry for.
Right, yeah.
You see?
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought it was excellent. It was easy my film of 23.
Wow.
And I thought sometimes films like that, I finish it and I'm like, I don't really see the point of that film, like other than just being like an interesting like experiment in filmmaking and like you could admire techniques. I didn't really get anything out of it, but this I got so much out of it. But you know, that's what makes this podcast and any film reviews interesting, is people get different things out of them. But.
There we are. Yeah, good. Wouldn't watch again.
Wow.
Good. Want to watch right now? Everyone get out. I want to watch something.
What about you, Sam? You in this few days you managed to squeeze?
Well, like
anything
I
in?
said, like just the disclaimer.
Just the Castrol.
Yeah, and the film that we're.
What about you, Jimbo?
Yeah, so I managed to watched a film on Netflix called Spellbound. It was new out last Friday. It's on a kids' film. So it was all right.
Oh, I think I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was all right. Amazing. I've seen that kind of story done better in other animations, but it was an enjoyable watch. You know, little enjoyed it. So yeah.
Have any of you guys watched Wicked yet? Or
No, not
intentions
yet.
to
By the
watch?
time this episode comes out, I will have watched it.
Yeah,
and
same.
Moana too.
I have no intention of watching it, but my wife came back and she was like, I was like, how was it? She was like, oh my God, it was amazing. And then someone in
But
work
didn't
today
she
was like,
didn't she
guess what I
recently-
watched last night? Oh my God. I was like,
Didn't
watched
your
Wicked.
wife recently go and watch the stage show with your daughter? Wicked.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that,
They weren't in the house. They could have been anywhere.
other than obviously that film, and then obviously the film that we're doing a casserole of twice because I fell asleep the first time. I started to watch a series starring Ted Danson on Netflix called Man on the Inside. It's quite a little funny, charming little show. He's like
Something else I did watch.
yeah.
The animated show called Inside Job. Have you seen that?
I've not.
Inside Job is quite good. It's a little bit sort of Rick and Morty-esque.
Oh, nice.
There's this woman and she's got a job at like... And
The
it's all
inside.
like the world's being run by like lizards and they're her boss. And she's just like, yeah, that's fine. And like there's conspiracy theories and the president's a robot and... It's quite
that's
funny,
cool.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it like leans into like all that crazy.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sorry, carry on.
we've obviously mentioned it. It's in the episode title. This week.
It's every time.
Yeah.
There'll still be
You know
some
what it
out there
is,
going,
but-
oh, guess wrong again.
You're going to shut up and let me do it?
Maybe people are like purposefully like trying not to see.
Yeah, maybe some people are just click and play. So shut up.
It gets to last episode's Mega Wheel. They're like, no, stop.
Of course, if they're just listening to our podcast like on play and it like goes on to the next one,
See,
they might not even know which one they're listening to.
Exactly. See, this week we are casterolling 1987's great year, The Running Man.
Everyone knows that is the universal sound
Of Arnie.
of Arnie.
You done? So,
I know what's fucking closing off this episode.
The Running Man. Nick, why don't you tell us about it?
Okay, so directed by Paul Michael Glaser, released in the glorious year that is 1987.
Great year.
What a glorious
Not as
year,
good as
guys.
986.
No, 87's better.
It's pretty strong though, yeah.
Very strong year.
I mean, for sure, a couple of amazing things happened that year for the benefit of mankind.
Yeah.
You could
One
argue.
of them, what's going to end it?
The Running Man is a dystopian action movie loosely based on the 1982 novel The Running Man, written by Stephen King, but it was published under a pseudonym Richard Bachman. Set in the hazy, distant future of 2017. where America has become a totalitarian police state. So actually, it was relatively perhaps.
They're only a few years behind.
The film follows Arnold Schwarzenegger as police helicopter pilot Captain Ben Richards. Super American name, obviously.
Yeah. I am Ben Richards.
How is it never get? I think there's been like one film where they bothered to be like, we should probably explain this in the film.
Yeah, and in that he was German.
And
Like,
then
he's
they
never allowed
just
to be
gave
Austrian.
no fucks after that
Yeah.
anymore. Ben Richards, who is framed for the slaughter of innocent civilians and thrust into the state's most popular reality TV show, The Running Man, where he and the other contestants act as runners, facing off against the show's main stars and ruthless killers, the Stalkers. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. No, I can't do it. This film has got like the most somehow memorable and most difficult to replicate
because it's
theme
got two
tune.
things. So it's got that da da, but underneath it's got like that da 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 da
Da da da da da da da da da. It just sounds like I'm doing the theme tune. For
Sticking with you, Nick. Do you, why don't you say, what is your impressions on this film? Give us your thoughts.
Okay, so my reflection, having not seen this film for many a year, was that reassuringly so, there are some differences between 14-year-old me and 37-year-old me.
You sure about that?
Yes. I didn't think, although it's kind of set in this dystopian future, it's funny, isn't it? And where
This dystopian future of 7 years ago.
They always do that, though, don't they? I mean,
it's funny how, particularly like when you look back to like some older films, it still happens now, I think, is that I don't know why we seem to be fixed in this way of when we imagine ourselves in the future, we imagine the things around us that would be different, but our kind of core attitudes and things like that are very much set in the time that we're in. And this feels to me like, the fun side of this is it's a classic 80s Arnie action romp, right? The part where I feel like it's not aged as well is like this is a very misogynistic 80s film, and I get that that's partly the setting as well, but I also think like it's a fun film. I like the sort of design around the game show and stuff. I like the Stalkers, but I think it's let down by a little bit of lazy writing. Like some of the fucking Arnie puns that get shoehorned into this film are like, either they're all bad in all the films.
Zero, now just plain zero. Right?
I mean, that's one of the good ones.
That's one of the good
right?
ones.
It just
That
gets
was probably one of the better ones.
some of it. By the end of it, it's just like,
Pun.
it's just lazy, yeah. And so I think like they missed an opportunity to make this a little bit darker. We'll come on to maybe some of that in the background of this film. I thought it's fun. It's still fun. Again, I like some of the Stalker designs, but it didn't quite live up to my 14-year-old like fuck yeah memories of this film. That was my take. What about you, Jim?
You want to come to me now, do
I
you?
do, yeah. Well, no, do we?
I don't know, do we?
I don't think I liked it.
Oh,
I mean, it was all right. It's certainly not going to go up there as
Not
one of
enough
our...
people on a boat.
No, it's certainly not going to go up there as one of Arnie's best.
yeah.
I think it probably is.
And I think if I were to make a list of my like top 10 80s action films, I don't think this would trouble it.
Wouldn't make the cut.
I don't think it would come anywhere near. I think I expect, based on what the things you said leading up to it, I think I expected more out of the Stalkers. I was expecting more of an actual run, not just enter a zone, fight a guy.
Not enough running.
Enter. Well, you know what I mean? It's called The Running Man for
False
fuck's sake.
advertising.
Should be called the fighting in a zone, man.
I was expecting more of a chase.
There's quite a lot of running.
Yeah,
in
but I was
this film.
expecting more of a chase from the Stalkers, not just,
but
they
it's
enter
like
a
an
zone,
abstract
and then they
chase, isn't it?
fight the Stalker, and then he moves on to another zone, fights another Stalker.
Yeah.
I was actually expecting a bit of a chase from
But I think-
him and Stalker. I don't know.
I think normally, though, I think the idea is that these contestants don't fight the Stalkers. They do run from them. So normally, these stalkers are like chasing them through zones and stuff. Although I'm not sure how Sub-Zero would work in any other zone.
Yeah,
It's like
someone else get him now. He can't,
he's like
ice skate
skating,
anymore.
and he's just like,
Oh shit! He's made the door.
Then he's tap dancing
But,
after
I
that.
don't know. I think I was just a bit let down by them, and it was, yeah.
Okay.
It was all right. It's not, nothing to shout home about. It's
Agree, yeah.
not
Sam.
anything I'm gonna,
there is no difference between me at 38 and the 14-year-old me. This is fucking genius.
Did you love it?
I fucking love it.
Nice.
Like, there is Predator, there is Terminator, there is Running Man, and there is
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Those are the
Total Recall is the
fucking-
one that I'm like, I hope it's as good as I remember.
It's the
Because
Mount-
that has
that's-
so many
that's
good
the
sci-fi
Arnie Mount
elements.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
Those films, all right. Terminator is the only
hang
one
on a
that's
minute.
actually good, right?
You're discounting Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
What about Last Action Hero? That's a fucking good film.
Conan the Barbarian, come on.
Come on now.
Like they're all good. Like, let's face it, there isn't a bad Arnie film, but like
Oh, I don't know.
This might be it.
I don't know.
I love it. It's like it's classic kind of like it's like if this was like a music genre, it'd be glam rock. It's just like so like you don't take it seriously. It's fun. It's entertaining. Like I think it's scarily on point with actually how the world does try and deal with it. All right, it's not like a tacky game show, but basically people are like throwing social media in front of people so they won't see how shit life is getting. Like it's scarily accurate. You've got somebody that's got so much power just because he can like swing ratings, and you're finding that now. Like people like take their advice from like fucking Jeremy Clarkson just because he's on a popular show. Like it's obviously silly that like they're like in 30 years we're gonna have like all this awesome shit, and it's nothing like that at all actually. Like,
So that was like, the character Damon Killian that you're
Yeah.
talking about, right? He was
Yeah.
like, who do you love? And who loves you? Yes! Damon
yeah, and
Killian.
it's just,
Good
like,
character.
great character, and excuse me, like great character, and just like for all the silliness, is there actually a character in there that you don't think in this world actually is believable? Like the stalkers are crazy, but you get like, we watch wrestling, there's like silly wrestling gimmicks and things, they're entertainment. Like the Killian character is so believable. Like the like all the contestants are like watching it and like can completely kind of forgive the fact that they're watching this murder because they're getting gifts and
And
like,
it's the idea, right, that the state is just sort of desensitized
Yeah.
to call people. I guess what I struggled with a little bit was the classic way to start a film: scrolling text, right?
Yeah.
We love a bit of scrolling text.
Love a bit of scrolling text.
Takes me back to Alone in the Dark, actually. Fucking scrolling text, jeez.
yeah, well, to keep that, I watched the Indian version of this film. I'm not going to do an Indian Arnie impression. That would get us cancelled right away.
I mean, just an Indian impression would get us cancelled, Sam.
But yes, that's true.
Doesn't have to be Indian Arnie.
That's why I'm not doing it.
And the way that sets the scene, right, is this dystopian, totalitarian state, right, where the government maintains control through propaganda, censoring any unsanctioned art, music, communications. And it's meant to be this idea that it's incredibly locked down, right? And there's also a few hints during the show that it's a really kind of traditionalist society as well, because there's a chat when the character of Amber Mendez is captured and brought into, she's introduced to the show. And they say something like, and she's also rumoured to have had sexual relations with
three
two
men in
or
a,
even
with
three
men
men
in a year. It's like, 3 in a year? What a slag!
So it's meant to be this really traditional values that are instilled into everyone as well. But I didn't quite wrap up, like when they're meant to be showing clips of the wider, you've got like the impoverished outside of safe society
yeah.
slums where they're all betting on the show and stuff. And that's where Ben Richards with his co-escapees are going through the slums initially, right? But then where it shows like the safe society who are closed in the state bubble, it's basically 80s corporate yuppie land, right?
Yeah.
And the people watching the show have got like drinks and that kind of thing. I didn't get that sense of like this super brainwashed society, other than the fact that like brainwashed to the extent that 80s yuppie America was anyway. It was desensitized.
But I don't think they're like brainwashed. I think it's just it's like society is now. Like, I don't want to get all like fucking deep and everything, but like, yeah, what is it like? You find now, even now in real life, when government are like trying to like pass like this like weird law in like Westminster, you'll find that like suddenly the media is reporting on like, oh, like a dog got loose and bit a pigeon, and like everyone's like, oh my god, that dog bit a pigeon, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we passed the thing that like all pensioners are gonna get killed at 90, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like that happens. It's not brainwashed. It's just they're putting this veneer in front of people, so they're distracted.
No, I think what Nick's getting at is the way they were celebrating it. Like, I think why you didn't really maybe click with it is because I felt the same. It's like it's just random, just hard cuts to just one person in a bar just going, yeah, and then it would just cut straight away, and like, what the fuck was that?
I wanted to
What
know.
was
Yeah,
their
I
fucking
wanted
deal?
to know more about the state of this society.
They were clearly in like a bar somewhere watching this on a big screen.
5 meatballs. No.
But yeah, it would just be like a random cut to just this one person just go, yeah, and then it would just cut back to the action.
I think
like,
all that was trying to convey
right.
is that like all levels of society bought into this.
Yeah.
Whether you were like poor or rich or like alone or in a club or like people made an effort. You know, like when people used to have that like parties when they'd go around each other's house to watch fucking Glee and they'd sing along. Like, that happens.
Yeah.
That shit happens.
Maybe it's also I wanted to feel more angry at the state for the horrible things they're doing to the impoverished and the slums and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I think they could have did that by loads of things you could do. You could have there's a train journey and it's going through into the really safe state and the skyscrapers and stuff. You could be passing through like the just absolute desolation and all that kind of stuff to really show it. And also, when obviously, so Ben Richards is this helicopter pilot. He gets framed for not wanting, he doesn't want to shoot all the civilians. He gets sent down for it and framed for shooting them, which they eventually do. And he finds himself in this prison, which is meant to be like this horrifically tough place, right? I mean, where like presumably you're not getting enough meals and like all that kind of stuff. Arnie's doing all right.
Yeah,
Like,
he looks like he's doing well.
he's found a source of protein in there.
He's grew himself a nice beard. He's still benching.
Mainly just been benching girders.
I mean, the fact that he just swans in with a girder over one shoulder and just like,
he's fucking loving it.
He's loving life.
I get what you're saying. I would have liked a bit more of a bit of a world building in there because it just felt that if the film just went go and off it went. It was just boom, 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 boom. It's like, oh yeah, that's it then.
So interestingly, originally there was a different director attached to this film, and originally they had intended Christopher Reeve to be involved in this film, and that version of the film initially was meant to be much darker, and he was meant to be, his character was going to be like an unemployed father who was fighting to just make it and make some money and that kind of thing. And I think that was meant to be that much more darker tone. And then I think apparently the director got shipped out when they were after 2 weeks, they were 1 week behind schedule or something. I mean, that's just starting 1 week later.
Yeah. When were we supposed to start? 2 weeks ago.
You're a week fucking behind.
Christopher Reeve would have been interested in this film.
Yeah, I mean, a totally
basically like
different,
Clark Kent.
Right, exactly. So this is, very much an Arnie vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah.
This film is
Absolutely. It's just oozes Arnie, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, I get what you're saying. But I think you're wanting too much out of it.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
I think maybe
I'm celebrate it for what it is.
I'm probably
suit pop art thing,
I think maybe I am probably just trying to compare it too much to things like Total Recall and things like that, and because it doesn't really stand up to me. That's why I'm not really.
Totally, there's other films
gushing over it.
There's other films that do what this is better. Like V for Vendetta is the totalitarian state, locks things down, censors things. Like, it does that part of it better.
Yeah.
Like Hunger Games has got a lot of similar kind of things in it, but neither of them have Arnie.
Well, this is
the thing
chopping someone in half with a chainsaw.
I know I kind of said I was a bit let down with the Stalkers, but what I did enjoy of this whole segment is how much it reminded me of Smash TV. I don't know what came first. I assume it must have been this before Smash TV on the Master System, but I just loved how it had that kind of vibe.
Well, I think the Stalkers are the main selling point of this as well, right? They're the variety. So I need to ask you both: did you guys have a favourite Stalker?
Yeah, I did actually.
Was it the super fucking rapey opera singing Dynamo?
No.
I thought he was a bit poo.
Yeah.
Although I do feel like if I was a stalker, unfortunately, not the rapey part. Just say that right now. But I feel like he looks
Wow.
the most.
The
like
one stalker that really
The one that really
connected with
resonated
you.
with me was the rapey
No,
one.
I just clarify that. No, I just feel like I look a bit like him. And I was a bit like, I probably wouldn't want to run after. I'd probably have a little.
I think all the stalkers were quite big, weren't they?
Well, so this is the thing.
They weren't. I'm not talking like muscular. I mean, they were big.
Well, this is the thing. I
Like
think-
Sub-Zero was quite a big bloke, and
Yeah.
none of them were really that much. Like,
Arnie films always find it really difficult to find people that look big next to Arnie.
Can match his,
And so I think
yeah.
that the easier one is to go to like bigger guys, you know, because there's very few people that can beat Arnie for like stature.
And he's got to look like he's contending with something. I suppose Captain Freedom,
Oh,
who
That was probably
is
the closest,
Jesse
wasn't it?
Ventura, like best name ever.
Yeah.
Is the closest in sort of muscle mass,
Yeah.
or that kind of thing. And yeah, he obviously has that what turns out to be a fake computer generated fight at the end,
Yeah.
because by then Richards and Mendes have escaped, or they've got into like the resistance, right? I just want to touch on the resistance.
I actually wanted them to go back in that arena because that arena looked cool.
Yes,
I wanted
or the
more.
spiked walls and
yeah, I
everything,
wanted
or-
an actual genuine fight in that arena.
the real one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looked cool as fuck. That arena.
I'm surprised that Captain Freedom didn't come back into it at some point.
Is there not a cut? So I'd remembered in my head, maybe incorrectly, that there was a real version of that fight where Captain Freedom gets killed by Arnie. I maybe just
I mean, you're looking at the
misremembering
wrong person. This was my first and second time watching the film this week, Nick.
that. So you gave this one 2 fucking viewings.
That's because I fell asleep. I had to. I couldn't not give it another viewing. But I fell asleep towards the end. So I was like, well, I gotta fucking rewatch it.
So,
Go on, sorry.
well, I was just going to say, with that being said, should we do some meatballs?
Well, just quickly, I want to ask you guys if you have a favourite line, because we touched on the fact that there's plenty of puns in this, but my favourite line in this film isn't actually one of Schwarzenegger's puns. No. It is the one and only line that, I can't think of the character's name, the lieutenant of the resistance movement, who is that younger guy with long, curly dark hair and the red beret, has one line in the film when they burst into the ICC or ICS, like the network headquarters. They burst in, he's holding like his gun, and he goes, "Don't touch that dial." And that's the one line that he's got.
Yeah.
But he just absolutely
Basically
hams
like
it
Che
up.
Guevara. Like. I think my favourite line is probably, and it's quite apt because obviously this is our Christmas episode, which we haven't even mentioned yet. We haven't talked about that.
I mean, I feel like calling us all parts of a Christmas dinner, I'd say was pretty...
Yeah, that's true. But Merry Christmas, every
Well,
fucker.
well, when this episode comes out, we will be, of course, 8 days away from the big day.
Yeah.
Assuming you listen to it on the...
But I think at
the
one
day of
point,
release.
like this Dynamo character is like covered in lights. I think Arnie calls him like a big Christmas tree. Hey, a big Christmas tree over here! Hey, come after me! Come on, chase me! So yeah, probably that, or just anything by Arnie.
Any of the puns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Oh, actually, no. My favourite line is when Arnie's like turns to Killian. He does like his famous like, "Hey, Killian, I'll be back." And Killian like takes a minute.
Squeeze that one in.
Takes a minute and then goes like,
There was-
"Only in reruns."
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's quite good.
Yeah,
I mean, they're squeezing it in and then it's just, hang on, pass me the crowbar.
yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Proper crowbar that one.
This is post Predator, isn't it?
It's 1987, so
So I think
Predator's
was
86.
84,
isn't it?
Or 84? I don't even know.
But yeah, I think this is post Predator.
I can tell you now.
No.
No!
Predator 87, The Running Man 87.
Oh, both same year.
He was churning them out, mind, right?
Yeah, I bet he was.
Conan the Destroyer, same year as The Terminator. Next year, 85, Red Sonja. Same year, Commando. Next year, Raw Deal. 87, Predator, The Running Man. Next year, Red Heat, The Twins. A couple of years after that, Total Recall and Kindergarten Cop. Year after that, Terminator 2,
Kindergarten
Judgment
Cop.
Day.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
He was busting them out.
Yeah, they're all fucking gems.
I don't think they are all gems.
Name one there that's bad. Twins. Twins is a bit shit.
I mean, I've not seen Twins.
Batman and
Sonja's-
Robin. Can I entertain you with the Batman and Robin?
I mean, I ran that.
But he's good in it.
He's actually, he's loving every minute.
Cool off.
Someone out there will be a defender of that film.
I don't think none of the cast or the director are. Jesus,
Someone out there will defend that film,
that's bad.
and you will look at them with disdain, like you do with me at times.
So the biggest break up to them was when he got to 2003, he did Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, and it wasn't until 2010 that he did The Expendables. Was that because he was just governing California at that
I
point?
had no
maybe?
idea when he was. I don't know.
He
when
had
did
some other
become-
shit to do.
When
Yeah.
did he become governor? I have no
Oh,
idea.
yeah, probably.
But
And then he jumps
was
back
it
into
a
The
7-year
Expendables.
gap. That's a mad.
Yeah, I think he probably
I'm-
was.
I'm- to be honest,
Governor of
I'm-
California.
I'd imagine he probably wouldn't have jumped back in. But I probably would have got such a fucking massive payday just to appear on screen with Stallone that he was like, and he was only for a
Yeah.
small part. He was probably like, yeah, I'll take the payday
Fair.
because I don't remember him in that film actually really doing a lot apart from just
To be
appearing
fair,
on screen.
if my
Yeah.
last one was Terminator 3, I think I probably would have
better come back just to crown it off in a bit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, was he credited for any of the cameos in the other Terminator films? Because didn't he? Then like, the one after that, didn't he appear as like the Terminator 1 model?
Yeah, but that was after Expendables.
I was after that as well. But,
Terminator Genesis,
Yeah,
2015.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, shit.
Terminator Dark Fate, 2019.
To me, just FYI, there are 2 Terminator films.
Yeah.
That is it.
Just like to most people, there's only 2 Alien films.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's meatball time.
Meatball time. Yeah, let's get on to our meatball. How many meatballs we serving up? I think we probably know how many.
Hang on.
Hang on.
It's stuffing ball time.
Stuffing
sorry.
balls.
It's stuffing
Hang
ball
on.
time.
We don't use stuffing balls.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls
Can you
are-
think of another Christmas ball?
Sprags?
Ball.
Balls.
I just think ball was just
Christmas
spelled ball.
Ball. Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Profiterole rolls.
That's not Christmassy.
Yeah, you can have that anytime. Come
Yeah,
on.
you know, why not?
What? How do you have your stuffing?
It's usually just a fat slab of like sausage meat with shit, and you just cut it.
Yeah, I do actually. I prefer it like that because
Do
it's
you?
less crispy. I like a flobbier stuffing.
Oh no, this can get nice and crispy if you want.
Yeah,
if you want
but
it to.
the centre's then still juicy.
Yeah.
If you have a ball, sometimes it can
Yeah,
get a
it
bit
can dry out, yeah.
How many dry stuffing balls are we giving this?
Go on. Right, well, I'll go first, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think we should end with you, Sam, like we did before.
It's
We
not
do
gonna, I'm
same
not giving it
order.
5. Don't
Well,
worry.
I
sense of
should-
five.
we-
It's
we-
not.
it was go hedging that way.
No, it's not.
I had fun watching this. It was definitely fun. I think it's still a flawed film. But I had fun. I'm going in with 3 stuffing balls.
Nice.
Maybe 2.5. 3. Jim.
Shock! An 80s action film was flawed. Sam, have you ever heard
Exactly,
such?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
But I
it's a
mean-
flaw. It wasn't fucking
I
Citizen
mean,
Kane.
more flawed
Have you heard
beyond
such?
being...
Have you heard such nonsense, Sam?
An 80s action
film is flawed.
Yeah, only really from
not-
some of his enunciations.
Not in a great way. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm probably in a similar vein to you. I did have a good time watching it. I just probably was in too much of a headspace of comparing it to some of his other films, and which is probably why I didn't enjoy it as much as I should. Because, as I did mention in our past episodes, these kind of films are my jam. But I think I'm going to have to just give it a cursory 2.5.
2.5.
I think if I would rewatch it again, I might enjoy it more. But 2.5, I think, for me.
There we go. Sam.
6. No.
You greedy
That's
bastard.
5 stuff in and all the trimmings.
Yeah. No. I mean, it is fun, and I do like it, and I've seen it probably once a year for the past couple of years. Like, yeah, I watch it all the time. Yeah, I do watch it. Like,
It's one of them that's on your rotation, is it?
yeah. Well, like, the thing is, like, whenever we talk about all these films that we seem to recast, like, I watch them a lot. just like they're around, you'll see them on, or you'll think like, I'll put it on in the background when I'm doing some art or something. Yeah, I kind of, but I don't think it's like a great film. And like I've said, like my like meatball ratings or my stuffing ball ratings, it is based on like how good of a film it is as well as how much I enjoy it. So it's not a 5-star film.
Okay.
It's not a 5 meatball film. I think I would probably go 3.5.
Okay.
Because I think it's probably a 2.5 stuffing ball film.
Yeah. You've
But
got that
it's so
little bit
fun.
of
Yeah.
nostalgia maybe and enjoyment from it.
I could squeeze in another full stuffing ball in
And do you know what? At Christmas, who can't squeeze in just that last...
Yeah.
That
I
last
mean,
bit?
it's usually the extra pigs in blanket that I'm stuffing in.
I was going to say, what's the one thing that you would have room for. After your Christmas dinner, you can squeeze one more thing. I mean, you squeeze lots in through the day, right? But right at that point where you finish, and then someone says, "Oh, there's one more."
Pre-nap.
Pre-nap, pre-dessert, immediately after finishing the main Christmas dinner.
Well, and you're perusing the table. You're like, "Ooh, what's still going?"
And there's something left. What could you
There's
definitely
so many things.
cram in?
I mean, I'm kind of affectionately nicknamed the dustbin because I will
You
polish.
just hoover it up.
I will polish. I will put if I got room, I'll put a second plate. I've done a second plate, not to the extent of like fully on there, but I will throw more roasters, more pies. I'll throw as much as I can back on that plate.
Yeah, you got to sort of second plate it.
It's a crispy
So
potato.
after
for
the
me.
second plate,
If you got one more room.
what can you
if there
just-
was one thing at that point.
maybe a couple more pigs in blanket.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Problem is, because I'm the only one in my family that eats pigs in blankets, so we never get that many.
What's wrong
We
with your
get, like,
family?
one thing. Well, 2 of them are vegetarians,
Oh, right,
and one of
fair
them's
enough.
6. So,
Fair enough.
They're missing.
It's a toss-up. I would say, you could say pigs in blankets and stuff, but it's got to be a good roasty in it.
Just a crispy potato.
You're there, and you're like, that's going to be a good one. It's glass on the outside.
You're
fluffy
eyeing it
Yeah.
up, and then you like
Yeah.
daggers at anyone that looks like
Really,
they're going for it.
bit controversial. So I'd be interested in your opinion on this because I think this is a bit controversial. We've talked about sauces and stuff, but the sauce that I really, really like with sort of any roast, but a Christmas roast.
Ketchup.
No.
If he said ketchup, I'm
not
punching
ketchup,
him.
but a cheese sauce. Because we have like gammon and ham.
Oh, well, we
and,
normally
like,
have that because we have like cauliflower and cheese. And
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
So it's
cauliflower
there
cheese
anyway.
Or just cheese sauce, but
So
yeah.
it's there
Cauliflower
anyway.
cheese is
A
heavenly.
little bit of cauliflower cheese with a little bit of the ham or gammon.
I'm looking forward to Christmas dinner now.
Well, and with that, there we are.
With that, I think it's time to move on to a casserole.
Let's cast a roll.
A Christmas casserole.
Who could be me? Who else could be me but I?
Well, I think what we should do is, because we've each taken one of the main 3, so I think we should do them, and then we can discuss our options for stalkers.
Yeah, and then we've come up with some fun stalkers.
Yeah.
Which is a sentence that not many people say.
And get away with.
Yeah.
So we are casserolling Ben Richards, who was originally played by Schwarzenegger.
What the fuck was that accent?
What? Say Schwarzenegger in a Schwarzenegger accent.
Schwarzenegger.
Okay, that's good. Amber Mendez, who was
Amber
played,
Mendez.
who was played by Maria Conchita Alonso, and we're also casserolling
Gillian.
Gillian,
Gillian.
Damon Killian, who was played by Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson.
So we're not recasting some of the other roles. So you had Lachlan, who was played by Yaphet Kotto, who was in Alien.
Yeah.
And so Lachlan and Vice, who was played by Marvin J. McIntyre, they were kind of the other 2 guys who escaped from the prison originally, and they find themselves re-caught and back as contestants on Running Man. But due to time...
They don't make it.
Yes, well, sadly, because we want to spend some time putting forward our own pitches for some stalkers as well.
We got some good stalkers up in this place.
Indeed.
Well, we don't know yet.
Mine are fucking top drawer.
I'm pretty happy with
I'm pretty happy with it.
Where do we start with the cast?
Well, obviously you start with Ben Richards.
Yeah.
You have to start with Arnie.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you cast a role like Schwarzenegger?
How do you cast a role like Schwarzenegger?
Well, what you don't do is put it as Glenn Powell in the 2025 remake.
Oh, well, to be fair, we haven't seen it yet.
Well, no, you're right. I'm probably not.
Let us hold judgment.
I do have to say, though, I don't know the guy's name, but the guy that is in Jack Reacher would have been really
Alan
good.
Richardson.
Yeah, he would have been good.
He would be good. I'd argue he's probably more physically imposing than Arnie.
And he's a better actor. He's a much better actor.
He is great.
I'm guessing we vetoed like Stallone or Dolph Lundgren or like, come on, sure.
Not by any means. If you wanted to reinterpret that film with 80s era casting, which I haven't done.
No.
So I have gone for more modern picks on these.
I need your thoughts on this. I've just looked at the cast for 2025.
Oh, Jesus.
But Killian is no longer named.
What?
Oh,
So the cast is Glenn Powell, Ben Richards, Josh Brolin, ruthless producer.
producer.
Ruthless producer.
Maybe they're
Surely
taking a
that is the
different
Killian
spin.
character.
You can't say that. Ruthless producer! I'll be back, producer!
But there are some other, in terms of the crew producing the show, there are a couple of other roles in,
Yeah, but you
in
wouldn't
the
give that to
original.
Josh Brolin.
You wouldn't
Josh
have thought
Brolin
so.
would be the
He's the
main-
host.
I mean, there are some other people in who don't currently have a named character. Things like William H. Macy, Michael Cera. They're all in it. But they don't have a named character.
Michael Cera's definitely lost
But
it.
surely Josh Brolin is not just a random producer in the background. Surely they are referring to Killian with that. But just
Maybe they're trying to keep it secret.
Right, guys, do you want my Ben
Sorry.
Richards or not?
Yeah, cast a roll.
sorry, yeah.
Go for it.
Apologies.
I got two for you.
Go
Right,
for it.
I'm going to chuck them out.
Ooh.
If I was casting 15 years ago, Gerard Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
It
Yeah.
works,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He'd have all of that kind of... When he
did-
was in the
he did a
peak of
film
his
called
action...
Gamer.
Good film.
Quite good.
Not
film.
bad, that isn't a bad film, in all fairness.
And it's not a dissimilar kind of vibe, right? Dystopian future.
He runs
game
a lot
show.
in it. He
does-
is a man
he does run a lot.
who is running.
He's got that experience of the running. He could do it. If it was sort of 5 years ago, Joel Kinnaman of Altered Carbon,
RoboCop.
He was in the Christmas action Silent Night.
He's in Suicide Squad.
Who's he in Suicide Squad?
The military guy.
Yeah, I know him, right? Yeah, no, I know.
Kind of got Swedish, so you know, not the same nationality as Schwarzenegger, but
Killian,
It's the same part of the world.
Killian, I will be back. Sub-Zero, now just the plain Zero.
it's great. It's like Frozen meets
Yeah.
the Running Man.
You know what? I know I've been caught, but maybe you should just let me go. Let me go.
Well, that seals it.
that's that
Joel
then.
Kinnaman is in. Yeah.
I feel like RoboCop really fucked his career.
I've not seen the
do you know what?
2014
It's one
remake.
of those ones. It's one of those ones where it's got elements that actually could have made the remake quite interesting. Like there's a lot of kind of androids and things like that, but it's just shit.
It's a bad movie.
It's
How
just
much does that do hinges around his performance? Because I feel like
No, none of it. None
Yeah,
of it.
that's
It's
a tricky
unfortunate,
role,
But it
yeah.
just fucking killed his career.
right, okay.
I mean, it's just
Well, clearly not that badly because he came back and did Altered Carbon, and I found him really good in the first series. Of that
I
show.
think you'll find a lot of actors that tend to do a film that you think kill their career tend to come back on these Netflix shows that are actually really good.
I just
He's
think
good, yeah,
there was the
decent.
1-2 punch of RoboCop and then Suicide Squad. And it was
Yeah,
Right.
you tend to find they'll do these things. You think, oh no, and then you'll see them in these brand new Netflix or Amazon Prime shows. And you're like, they're brilliant.
yeah. Oh, I think he's a good actor.
Well, guys, if you had to choose Gerard Butler or Swedish Running Man, what are we going with?
I mean, my vote would be Gerard Butler, but just to hear Sam probably say IKEA or some shit, it'd have to be Swedish Running Man.
I know that I'm known for IKEA, but this time I kill you.
I mean, the pun writes itself.
it really does.
I think it has to be the Swedish Running Man.
I mean, I'm up for just producing two versions of the film because I suddenly want to watch both.
I'm trying to very quickly snap into my Scottish accent. I can't. I'm doing all the other ones.
Well, Gerard Butler doesn't tend to do Scottish, though, does he?
From Sub-Zero to just plain Zero.
He tends to do.
Alright.
He tends to be American more often than not.
He
doesn't
would be as American.
To be fair, Joel Kinnaman does not
Absolutely.
sound Swedish.
Not at all.
Doesn't sound at all like what I'm saying, which also isn't Swedish.
Although, if you were to say his full name, which is Charles Joel Nordstrom Kinnaman, then suddenly... it
Sounds
would
like he's from Norway.
Okay. Anyway,
Joel Norway Kinnaman.
Where
But
do
he's
we-
from
where
Sweden.
do you want to go now? Should we?
It's got to be Kinnaman, yeah. I think that'd be good.
Okay, we're going Kinnaman, and I'm going to pass the casserole spoon to Amber Mendez.
Oh, that's a me.
I like it. It's the spoon. Is it a wooden spoon?
This time it's like a big ladle.
Oh,
Isn't it weird, right? So I've just done an impression of RNA, and I've done Scottish, and I'm not doing Mexican.
Good repertoire.
I'm not doing Mexican.
No,
drama.
please don't. Yeah,
Please
It's
don't.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some acceptable ones.
Yes.
Not doing Mexican, not doing Indian, I'm not doing Asian.
Yeah.
We're
Some
safe.
stuff is off
Some
menu
stuff- yeah,
at the
yeah.
moment.
So Amber's going to be Swedish. No, not right. So
I can only apologise to the maybe 3 people from Sweden that listen to this podcast.
yeah, but they're like, he's funny. He's got us down the good. Yeah.
However, if you do want to send us some amazing Swedish chocolates after hearing all this, get in touch. I will give you an address to send them to.
Are they known for their chocolate?
Oh, yes.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
That's chocolate.
No, that's Switzerland.
Oh my god, yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think Sweden have some. I think Sweden have
You
some
want
good
to send us some
chocolate.
fucking meatballs?
Yeah, well,
Yes, meatballs. Come on.
well, if you want to get a meat, if you want that, just go to IKEA, mate. It's like £1.50.
Do you know what? I'm just going to be
It's
like,
like
to be fair,
£1.50 for a bag of meatballs.
I've just done a gym because I was going to
really
be like,
did.
if they are angry, it doesn't matter because I'll stay fucking neutral. But that's Swiss as well.
Yes.
Oh fucking hell. Right, Amber Mendes.
Where would that have gone if Nick wasn't here?
Oh fuck knows.
We'd
Amber
have,
Mendes.
we'd have done a
played-
10-minute bit on.
Shut the fuck up! Everyone be quiet. Amber Mendes, played by Maria Conchita Alonso.
Yes.
Very good. And then after this, obviously, was in Predator 2.
Yeah.
Really good in that too. Like, don't know really any other stuff she's been in. I had a look, but I don't think I've seen any of it.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's been in a lot.
Yeah.
I've got 3 picks. I've got
course you do.
a Hollywood pick, an alternate pick, and then who I want to be in it. My Hollywood pick, I mean, it's too fucking easy, right? Michelle Rodriguez. Like,
Yeah.
it's based like.
No, I don't think that is too obvious. I don't think she's too damselly enough.
Well, that is the thing. So I was thinking like she'd probably be too kick-ass too quickly.
Because this role, it doesn't really require her to be that kick-ass. Is
Well,
it? To be fair,
yeah.
she's not that kick-assy in the film.
But I
But
don't
she
think
is still
Hollywood.
quite
I don't think Hollywood
strong.
would care. I think
No,
Hollywood
I
would be
don't,
like
I don't think you would either.
Latino. Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
80s fucking Hollywood,
80s,
especially.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see that. Do you know what I could see her as, though? An absolutely badass stalker.
Yeah, she'd be a fucking badass stalker.
Because there ain't no women stalkers.
No.
'Cause it's the fucking
even,
80s.
Even in real life.
Yeah.
Not really that many women. My alternate pick, again, the first 2 are leaning into like the Latina, is Stephanie Beatriz.
Oh yes,
Right? Because everyone thinks like, oh, she can be the hard ass from 9/9.
but no, she
she's-
can be.
She's lovely.
Yeah, she's a lovely lady.
She's lovely.
She's lovely.
She Encanto.
Yeah, Encanto. Yeah.
Brilliant.
She's good.
And then I have to say my pick now.
Nick's giving that look. Who the fuck is this?
How do you not know who that is?
Sorry, no idea.
What? Even though you've seen a picture?
Yeah, no
Surely
idea.
you've watched Encanto.
Yeah, I've heard
She's the
voices
voice- yeah.
on Encanto.
You know they've done a live stage show as well, all in the gear, and you can see her. perform.
No!
Have you not watched the 9/9?
No.
Oh mate,
Cool.
she's great. She's,
Okay.
Just
I believe you guys.
Just
I
trust us that she's lovely.
I believe you.
But my pick, and you're all going to know this person. Well, hopefully you know this person. And I have to say, I've just picked her because she's number 1 on my list. She's absolutely gorgeous. I think she's amazing. Ana de Armas.
Yep.
She's amazing. She is in Knives Out.
I know the name.
She's
Can't picture the face.
I know her. I
She's
know her
in,
actually from Blade Runner
Ghosted. She's
remake.
in Blade Runner remake.
Yeah.
She's in fucking
yeah.
everything. She is. She's really good because she can do damsel that is actually secretly kick-ass.
Yeah.
She's the one that like you would think like she'd be there and she'd be like, oh my, get out of my house kind of thing.
And Mendes does have, and this is part of the reason I still feel like the film falls down for me. Is Mendes turns badass like really quickly when
Yeah.
like the resistance moves in and she's holding an
Basically,
Uzi.
when she kills Dynamo,
Yeah.
she's then cool.
Yeah.
She's like, no, get off me. Oh, I've electrocuted to death. Pick up the Uzi. Right?
Good pick.
Do you know
Like
who she
it.
is now?
yeah.
Yeah? What do you think then? It's Michelle Rodriguez, Stephanie Beatrice, and Ana de Armas. I haven't given myself names that are easy to fucking say.
I'd have, at the 3, I'd pick Stephanie.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you? Well, it's not your fucking choice.
I know it's not my choice,
I'm
but
going
don't
with-
ask my fucking opinion then.
I very rarely do.
Well, moving on to Jim's choice.
Yeah, so we're going
Yeah.
with Ana de Armas.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so Damon Killian.
Killian!
Wait, I was
Killian!
like,
Come on, the Damon Killian.
any more accents before I
Damon fucking Killian.
narrow it down?
Who apparently was-
Christopher Walken.
Damon Killian? No, fuck, I've got too many.
Who I believe Schwarzenegger recommended for the role, Richard Dawson, because they were friends. And I'm pretty sure that Richard Dawson was presenting game shows and stuff.
Well, it quite literally pays to have friends in high places, and
It does. To be very fucking brilliant in it.
Family Feud.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
just it's a great fit, isn't it?
They ooze charisma on American game shows, don't they? So
For me, he's one of the best performances in this film.
He is the
great.
best performance in this film.
He is good. So I did have 3, but I quickly chopped one for obvious reasons. I'm not going to mention it on the podcast. So I have 2.
Okay.
So one, which I'm toying with, which is the Radders.
Radcliffe, yeah.
Radders.
Radders.
I'd love to see Radders.
Yeah.
I think he'd be really, really good at like smarming it up with all the deers in the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
being real smarmy about
Doing
it.
his cheesy grin.
Yeah.
That boy can't smile. It's weird.
And my other choice, which I'm more leaning towards, is Kurt Russell.
Russell. Okay. I mean, Kurt Russell for me is a shout for Richards.
Yeah.
He's very much like 80s
It can't,
action
I don't feel
hero.
it can be someone physically imposing.
No.
No. Because that's the whole point. Like, at no point would he feel like he could go toe-to-toe with Arnie.
Well, then Radders it is then.
Radders it is.
I mean, Radders absolutely could do the snivelling side at the
Yeah.
end, but he could
I
be
don't know
like
whether
charming.
I don't know whether that shits on anyone's parade for any potential stalkers coming up, but Radders it is then.
I think it's good. I get you fucking Harry Potter. Avada Kedavra. Yeah, that's good. So, I mean, you know.
I did have a shout for Killian, if I may. If I may be so bold.
You can be so
But I'm
bold.
going to need you guys to help me remind me of his name, because I've literally just completely blanked on him.
Brilliant.
Well, that's a fantastic shout right there, then, isn't it?
This is good.
The TV show Mad Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never watched
Who
it.
hath plays Don Draper?
Is that...
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
I think
John
would
Hamm,
be
yeah,
an
that is a
absolute
good shout.
shoe-in for Killian, because he'd have all the smarm, but he'd be super charismatic.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's not your fucking pick, it's mine. So, it's Daniel Radcliffe, all right?
very well.
Yeah, I do think it's weird that we haven't gone for anyone sort of older, because Killian. I always feel like the thing about him is like his age.
Yeah, he looks like he's like mid-40s or something, doesn't he?
No,
Yeah,
he's like in
mid-40s.
his
He's like
60s. Yeah.
What, in the film?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's maybe that old.
He's like late 50s at
Yeah,
least.
he's like your Bruce Forsyth when he was doing it.
He
Like,
does not fucking look it.
yeah, he fucking does. He
No.
looks like a fucking old guy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he's sort of... No, he's not like a frail old man, because
No,
he's
but it's
quite
like-
sort of spunky. And
The whole point of him is like you can see that he's like looks are going and he's like desperately trying to hold on to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I thought he looked younger than that. So,
Jim's like, I fancied him a bit.
I wanted to know his routine.
Right, well, that's great then. So, Kinnaman, RMS, and Radcliffe.
Yeah, not bad. shout.
What a fucking...
What a good little cast.
What a good little cat.
Yeah, I totally watched that.
Now, of course, there's another element to The Running Man. That is, of course, the stalkers that get set upon.
Yes. So
Well-
we had Dynamo, we had Sub-Zero, we had Buzzkill. Buzzkill?
No,
Was it
Bonesaw.
Buzzkill? Was it Bonesaw?
Bonesaw.
No, Bonesaw's the fucking Macho Man in Spider-Man.
So it's Buzzsaw?
It's Buzzkill. Bonesaw is fucking Spider-Man. That's Macho Man in Spider-Man.
Oh, maybe that's what
I
I'm
think.
thinking. I did a Macho Man impression, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
Buzzsaw,
Buzzsaw.
And you had the Flamer guy.
Fireball,
Fireball.
and Captain Freedom.
Captain Free.
Now, we are not recasting any of them. We are
No,
instead
'cause they're
giving
perfect.
we are giving our own ideas for stalkers.
Yeah, none of our stalkers are rapey like Dynamo.
Right. Who's going first?
Well, I've got 4.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought we
how-
did 2 each.
Yeah, I was going to
say 2 each?
I don't think,
No,
I don't
but,
think
you
we
know.
put a number on it, but Sam always breaks the rules.
2 feels like a nice, polite number.
Sam,
Yeah, well,
just-
I've gone for 4 then.
well,
Boom.
you get yours out the fucking way.
Yeah,
Then.
come on.
All right, okay. Number 1, played by Bill Goldberg.
Oh, of course he is.
Yes!
His stalker name is the Trojan.
Yes.
Oh, we were
And his
actually.
weapon
right,
is
hang on, we were giving them names.
Spears.
I didn't realize we were giving them names.
Of course we're giving them names!
I thought we were just suggesting the people.
No.
Oh, well, I
The
am
weapon, the
massively
backstory.
unprepared.
It's all about the names!
Bill Goldberg the Trojan.
Love it.
Dressed in like terrible like Spartan 300 gear.
Hell yes.
And he's got spears so he can spear people.
Obviously, yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
And he throws a spear and sticks someone to the wall and he goes, stick around.
Obviously.
But not as Arnie. I just did an Arnie impression there.
yeah.
Stick around. He does it as Bill Goldberg. So like, stick around.
Excellent.
Number 2. Famke Jensen as basically...
Who?
Famke Jensen. She's in the original X-Men film. She's Dark Phoenix. She's in 007 film. She's in loads of shit.
Okay, I'll believe you.
But basically, her character from Goldeneye, on a top.
Oh, she's on the top.
Yeah, she's on the top in Goldeneye.
Yeah.
You know the one that kills people by strangling their thighs?
On that top.
And she is called Boa Constrictor.
Yes.
And she kills people with their thighs.
Obviously, yeah. It's
So
basically on the
there's
top.
no female stalkers, right? So, yeah.
Love it.
So it's Boa Constrictor. We then have Michael Cera as the French tickler. And he's in all his gimp gear and his weapons are whips.
Yes.
Nice.
It's basically like lots of leather.
Yeah.
Amazing. Love it. Chariot? Can you ride around in a chariot?
Yeah, being
Whilst
pulled
whipping
by
people?
like men in gimp suits.
Hell yes.
Right? And he goes, whip you, like that. Right?
He proper camps up, does he?
Finally, yeah.
I like it.
And then finally, we've got Mark Wahlberg
Oh,
he
here
is.
we go.
as the Boston Massive Deuceness. And his weapon is, he kills you with his terrible acting through a megaphone. You get a bleeding through your ears and eyes, having to watch and listen to this talentless hack butcher every script he's ever been given.
Love
That
it.
sounded a bit. That sounded targeted.
Went a
as
little
fuck,
bit
that,
personal there.
Yeah,
at
I
that point,
fucking hate Mark Wahlberg. He's a fucking shit. He's shit.
Then you want to put him in the film.
Yeah, I want to see him. I want him to be all the stalkers getting killed all the ways by Arnie.
But mainly not just Mark Wahlberg's stalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Oh, you
Smash!
you caught me. Fucking dead. Fucking shit. Fucking shit, Mark Wahlberg. You shit.
Right, Jim, can I suggest, no offence intended here, but at risk of
don't end with
not
you.
ending...
Well, we're gonna have
Can
to
we come
because
to
I
you now?
haven't got names for mine.
Well, no, but then we'll do it on the fly. We'll
Just
do it
go
on
with
the
what you
fly.
got. Yeah, we'll help you out.
This is live podcast.
We'll help
This
you out.
is right. Well, for obvious reasons, wrestlers screamed out to me.
Yeah.
Go.
Obviously.
So, but first one was John Cena.
Okay.
Cena.
He just
Right,
screamed John Cena as some form of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe even just dusting off his Marine gimmick from those shit Marine films.
Yeah,
he could
I
just
think we'd have to.
He could
'cause
just be
feels
called-
a bit like the Captain Freedom.
He'd be called the ground pound or something like that.
The ground pound.
some shit, yeah.
Okay.
But
Pound Hog Day.
Oh,
and my other two, I have two. These are a tag.
Well,
team.
hang on. What weapon would Pound Hog Day use? Obviously, you'd be an amazing stalker because you couldn't see him.
just his fists.
Just his fist.
Just his
Okay.
fists.
Try and come up with something lively here, right? Just his fist.
Just his fists.
Would they be massive, like foam fists?
Yeah.
Like Hulk fists?
yeah.
Hey, why not? Why not?
That every time they hit you, it goes like,
They're like the foam fingers you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
at
yeah,
like American football games and stuff.
it's Pound Hog Day!
It takes ages to kill you with them because he's just
Three
getting
fingers.
foam slapped to the
Just
face.
like-
Ow!
just
Ow!
like,
Ow!
Stop it.
Ow!
Stop it,
Ow!
Pound Hog Day.
Ow!
Carry on.
Okay, and my other two,
Yeah.
they're a tag team.
That's
so
a
it class-
interesting attack.
So it class, so
Yeah,
it
I
classes
like tag
one,
team.
and they are coming in their gimmick.
Yep.
Their full gimmick from the show that I'm plucking them from.
Okay.
It is Paul Schreier and Jason Navy, aka Bulk and Skull, from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Fuck's sake.
That's what those-
No idea.
Oh, fuck off.
What? Sorry, are we supposed to remember obscure bad guys from Power Rangers?
Were they like the big ones?
Were they,
I never really watched it.
Did they morph?
No, they were the dickhead idiots in the high school. And they're fucking...
So they're not even bad guys. From
No,
like-
they're just knobheads.
Sorry, you want us to remember people from the school that the Power Rangers went to when they were not Power Rangers?
They were quite prominent in the show.
I don't remember.
They were in every fucking episode.
I don't.
Oh my god, I can't believe you don't fucking...
Okay.
That is madness.
So you're pulling them straight as is, though.
Yes.
Dropping them in.
Dropping them in as
Okay.
just a moronic tag team that just are just they're just easy foil because they're just shit.
Okay.
They're just their gimmick is they are shit,
Brilliant.
and that is what I can't believe you don't know these two.
No.
I cannot believe you do not know Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers.
Can we have them? But can they be called Yo-Yo and be tied together with a piece of string?
No, they're Bulk and Skull.
Oh, okay, fine.
Very well.
I can't believe you don't know them.
I don't know them.
Okay, right.
Fuck it, I'm gonna have to find the picture now.
I love the fact. Right, with just pause the show for a second. Right.
Right, you tell me you don't recognise those two.
Let me see.
Not a fucking clue.
No, dear, no. Sorry.
You are fucking
Power
winding me-
Rangers.
You're winding me up
Right,
here.
so hang on, just a second.
Yeah.
So we say things like, "You ain't seen Shawshank Redemption,"
Yeah.
but you're like,
But that's Jim's frame of
"But do you know?
reference. Yeah.
Do you know Bulk and Skull, the high school bullies in Power Rangers
Yes.
from 1995?"
Because we grew up fucking watching them. That's our fucking era of TV.
But I remember red, blue, black, yellow, and pink Power Ranger.
Everyone fucking remembers
and
them.
the Zords and the.
Of
My
course,
brain is
it was
not.
every lad's first fucking crush was Kimberly, the pink Power Ranger.
it was, yeah.
Or Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. But surely you also remember Bulk and Skull, the two moronic idiots from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No.
I don't think I ever watched Power Rangers.
I did, but I wasn't paying attention. I was like, big robot, cool, monsters.
Oh, you can't believe that.
Right, would you like some chasers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stalkers.
Stalkers.
I mean, they're not beating Bulk and Skull, but so go for it.
Okay, so I got the name, who they're played by, what their power is, what their like catchphrase or pun would be,
Nice.
and then how they're going to die. Because they're all going to get killed by Ben Richards. Right, so my first stalker is called Brainstorm.
Nice.
Played by Toby Jones, who, if you don't know Toby Jones, you will the second I show you a picture of the great Toby Jones.
yes.
Right? He's in loads of stuff. Harry
Detector
Potter.
is-
Yeah.
Like amazing English actor. Now, Brainstorm has got like this, he's basically like this telekinetic, brain-powered, got like a massively inflated head.
I don't think you're allowed
like,
to say brainstorm anymore. Is that what you're thinking?
No, yeah, you're not. But
No,
it's
right,
the
right.
80s.
Oh, fine. Right, got it.
Why
Right.
are you not allowed to say Brainstorm?
Because it's like a disease now. Yeah, if you're trying to say it, you have to say thought bubble or mind cascade.
Piss
Yeah.
off.
you
Can't say Brainstorm.
can't say brainstorm.
Piss off.
But he can.
He's been running around doing brainstorming sessions.
Do you know what? Woke cultures can fuck off. It's
That's
piss
been around
off.
for about 15 years, mate.
No, it's not. Don't wind me up.
But it's the 80s.
Right,
I'm just thinking.
I'm going to stop you with
Right.
Brainstorm. I'm going
No,
to stop you
wait,
with Brainstorm.
wait, let me finish.
I am going to stop you because that power right there just does not fit the film.
Oh, just wait a second.
There is nothing remotely superpowery about in this film.
It might be like a battery pack or something. Let him finish. Fucking hell.
He's just got this massively inflated head with his massive brain. And he's just like, so he'll basically like be using his telekinesis, like be like lifting them into the air. There'll be this time where he's trying to
Can I
like,
have telekinesis in
yeah,
this film?
yeah, fuck off. He'll be like, stop it. He'll be like trying to crush Richards, and Richards would be like, right? And his slogan would be something like, and it'd be a bit kind of like snivelly. He's like the Poindexter, like. So his would be like, now here's a thought, die.
Nice.
Saying stuff like that, right? Because it's a thought. Is that right? There you go. His death, somehow, right, there's some kind of air hose knocking about, and Ben Richards is able to shove that into his head and inflate his head
Does it? Hang on.
even
does
more.
He unplug it from port 1 and put it into port 2?
All right, something like that.
Metal Gear Solid reference for you right there.
His head inflates even more and basically floats off into space.
Psychomantis, no.
At which point, Ben Richards says,
No one likes. Hang on. No one likes a big head. I think being an 80s film, he probably should be like, he got head.
and stalker number 2
Look at the crown on that.
is Sayonara, who is played
I know the
by
guy.
double Audrey Plaza. So there's two lots of Audrey
It's
Plaza.
Aubrey.
Aubrey?
Aubrey, innit?
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Oh God, sorry, Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Okay.
Well,
Aubrey
one could be
Plaza.
all called Aubrey and one could be called Audrey.
Who basically, when they're introduced, you think they're like, and I'm allowed to say this because it's the 80s, Siamese twins.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
hang on. But
Sayonara.
we're not in the, it's this podcast is not in the 80s,
We're
Nick.
pitching it for the 80s.
What would you call that now? Conjoined twins, right?
Well, hang on, you're so fucking up on conjoined.
Yeah,
You're
he's
like
right on that.
brainstorm. You got some weird shit fucking morals here. You can't call it brainstorm, but you don't call it.
Right, but that's why they
Because I know conjoined. I've never heard anyone say you can't say brainstorm.
That's why they're called sayonara. Right, and the idea is they look like they're conjoined twins, but it's both two heads of Audrey Plaza and one body. And the power is like, but they split apart, and you realise it's two twins, and they've got like rollerblades and swords and shit. Their slogan is "Double the trouble, double the death."
Ooh, like it. He's good at doing impressions of sort of meek little humans.
There you go. We all got our strengths. The death is they both get cut in half, so they get cut into 4 technically.
Oh, nice.
At which point Richard says,
hang on.
You might already say this.
Sorry, you had to split. I think he did. I think he said about Buzzsaw.
Oh, fuck.
He had to split.
Oh, maybe he does.
Yeah, maybe it could be like. Fuck. hang on.
Quadruple the trouble.
yeah.
That's Russian.
Quadruple the trouble. Hang on, maybe it could be like. I cut you down to size. Both you bitches. I don't know. It goes crazy. Fuck you.
Gone mad. So those are I'm pretty happy with those two stalkers.
Nice.
Yeah. And I agreed. Like, why the fuck would we not have any female stalkers?
Yeah,
and stuff
female
like mix it up a
That'd be
bit.
really good.
So I injected
Especially
2 there,
once,
double
like,
plaza.
Mendez gets added. That could have been like an interesting type thing, like almost like because they were in this like sort of quite traditionalist world, they would have been like, oh, female stalkers for female convicts, kind of a thing, you know?
Oh no, it was the 80s, mate. I guarantee you they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They would have quite happily have had Arnie punch a woman.
They'd have been like, how can we get this stalker and Mendez to start fucking kissing? That's what they would have been like. How can we engineer this?
How can we craft it so they're both got their tits out?
You asked for it, you've got the lesbian! Just like stalkers, like, oh, fuck, hey.
Do you know what? That one thing I will give this film, there was no bare breasts. They managed to not show bare breast. And this was rated in 8. Right, this is what caught me about this film, right? The version I found on Prime, I think it was, had to rent it, thank you very much.
I got it on DVD,
Right.
mate, you could borrow it.
Right, for fuck's sake. Right, it's costing me like £3 here.
You should have asked, I had it on DVD.
Was rated
It was in my Bailey bookcase.
certificate 18.
Yeah.
No, 18.
18, what I
Yeah.
found.
There was barely any gore.
Right?
Well,
Deadpool and fucking Wolverine, I'm pretty sure was a 15,
I
right?
think it's an 18.
no, it's an 18.
Oh, is it?
But
Good,
the
because the
thing
amount of
is,
violence in that film.
It's also like one, obviously, like nowadays more violence can be shown, and it's but also it's not just the idea of the violence. The reason it got an 18 is because back then it shows the state as bad. That gets you like bumped up the ratings fucking fast. If you're saying that the government is out to get you, you're like going up the ratings.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You see any of that stuff, especially American films.
No, Deadpool and Wolverine is a 15.
Is it?
It's Disney bollocks.
Yep. And the gore in that, because it's all like like niche humour, like people get their spines ripped out.
Basically, you're like, yeah, we should probably make Running Man an 18 because he uses this clearly fake saw off camera to cut him. Oh, cool. What about Wolverine and Deadpool? Well, he desecrates a body and stabs someone through the eye with an arm bone. 15.
15. It's
15.
funny.
15.
Funny.
It's funny. It's Wolverine's bones.
That seemed completely mad to
Also,
me.
why weren't his bones covered in adamantium?
Good point. I thought they were. I thought
I
that was
thought
the whole
the bones
point.
were adamantium.
That was the whole point.
But you could I'm
Yeah, I
sure
think they
you-
are. That's why he's
Oh,
using them as
yeah.
weapons.
I guess it depends what version of Logan it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Because obviously there are comics where original Logan has bone claws.
But I swear some of the bones looked bone coloured.
If there was ever an 18, right, language and violence,
It's got to be Deadpool versus Wolverine, isn't it?
I find that actually quite hard to believe. Madness.
I
That
do
is-
think
that's quite mental.
I do think that like more you get like these ratings based on like something that's going to be like psychologically fuck you up. will
Yeah,
a
I
higher
get it.
rating than that.
Adult themes,
Yeah,
dark
yeah.
themes. Yeah, because it's all like
Like,
spine.
To be fair, you did have like the theme of like you've said a lot of like Dynamo forcing himself on someone. That's quite an
Yeah.
adult theme, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
Well, that's our castor roll complete.
yeah.
Let us know what you think of it. Let us know your suggestions for a stalker.
Yeah.
In the running man, of course.
Yeah.
Not I don't want. I don't want.
Outside a house.
Don't want to hear from any real life stalkers.
They call me Ladder Binocular Man.
Yeah, so let us know.
Name's
let us know
Jason.
over on our socials.
I wear a fucking long coat. Got different powers.
They call me the Flasher. they call me the Flasher Tiny Willy.
Sorry to any Jasons out there.
Yeah, you don't have to be called Jason. You can be anything. Patrick the Stalker.
This is one of the ones actually where I feel like the job we've done with our casserole, with our suggestions,
Yeah.
I'd watch that movie.
I'd watch that movie.
I
stalkers.
would probably watch it.
I mean,
Maybe
any movie that's
Counting out
got
James's
those
stalkers.
bullies from the high school
I'm in.
in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I'm in.
Bulk and Skull are in it.
That's money right there. They're on the poster. They're selling.
I
it.
tell you now, the comments are going to be mad that are going wild that you two don't know about.
I
Bulk
reckon
and
there'll
Skull.
be one person that's like, I remember them.
I am willing to bet
The
if
actor that plays.
I am willing to take what I'm going to post a picture of them on our socials,
No, don't post a picture. Say the name and say, does any fucker know who these are?
and I bet people go, yeah, love the show, they're amazing, and I've been willing to bet anyone that does bother to reply will know them,
No, I don't reckon so.
and
I
you
know about-
two will be the outliers.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel a mega wheel coming on.
I think it is. Well, yeah, that's where I was getting.
Get there then.
That's where I was trying
there.
to.
Didn't need to say anything
I
then.
can
That
get
was a
there.
perfect little segue.
I
Yeah.
was trying to get people to comment on socials and stuff.
No,
but apparently,
yeah, you did.
Apparently, fuck all that. Fuck
Exactly.
you lot. Don't comment. We don't want it.
Mega wheel.
What kind of thing are you two hoping for?
Well, we've had quite a few action.
I think
films,
I
80s.
think the wheel
Yeah.
is quite action heavy. I mean, looking
fair,
at it,
I
we
mean-
have got things like Donnie Darko on there, Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
We have got the Fellowship of the Ring.
Which we should plug the fact I recently was on a podcast.
Well, it's not coming out until the new year,
Oh, don't fucking
so we'll wait until maybe the New Year's Eve one before we plug it.
all right.
I'll wait until I'll find out when they're actually releasing it, and then we can start.
We're cutting all this. It's boring.
What else we got? The Shining,
I really want
The
a
Matrix.
film.
What the fuck is Sexy Beast?
Oh, Sexy Beast.
But yeah, we got those kind of things on the wheel. So I mean, who knows what the wheel is going to bring up?
Do you know many Tarantino films?
He hasn't seen any. We've been through this. He hadn't seen any.
Well, I have.
Vulcan
I
Skull
have
from
seen.
Mighty
I
Morphin
have
Power
seen some
What have you seen?
Kill Bill,
Okay.
One or two.
just part one, I think. Didn't particularly enjoy it enough to watch. Well, I didn't enjoy it that much to watch part two. Is it Hateful Eight?
Jesus, the fucking worst one.
Well, I
Hateful
didn't
Eight.
finish it 'cause it was shit.
Hateful Eight is shit.
It was so boring. I was like, turned it off after about 2 hours with an hour and a half left to fucking go.
Why don't you watch good films?
Too busy watching reruns of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
The show kicks ass.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's spin.
Let's spin this bitch. Right, okay. Now, Nick, I need you with me in this one.
Jesus.
Because I can't get it wrong this time.
Okay.
Because I want to hold you tight.
That's not even the line from the song.
It is.
I want to close my eyes.
It's hold you tight first, isn't it?
Oh, is it Armageddon?
With Armageddon.
Is Armageddon?
Is Armageddon?
It's actually Armageddon this
It's
time.
Armageddon this time, right? I want to close my eyes.
I want to hold you tight is one of the lines, isn't it?
Fall asleep 'cause
No.
I miss you.
It's definitely in there
I
somewhere.
don't want to. It might be in there.
Right now, just fuck off.
I want you.
We're doing Armageddon.
what
And I
you
can't
remind
get
me
it wrong this time.
Have you seen the Goonies? Because
No, no,
sometimes
no.
you remind me of that guy from the Goonies. Hey, you guys.
Sloth?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
How do we feel about Armageddon?
There's a big fucking cat.
Massive cast.
Relieved that I'm actually watching Armageddon this time. So, that's the Mega Wheel decided for our New Year's Eve edition of Casserole.
Mega wheel.
So, let's head over to Sam for a Christmas-themed audio aperitif.
Oh.
Bells, 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 bells.
Yeah, it's that time again. Audio aperitif.
Now, when Sam said he was doing Christmas themed, and Sam likes doing iconic films, immediately my thought, well, he's going to have probably Home Alone in there somewhere, possibly Gremlins, and possibly Die Hard.
See, this is the
I
thing.
was trying to think, would it just be? I was trying to think back to all those films.
I was thinking of like iconic Christmassy type films.
This is the
and
problem.
I was thinking of Sam and what he would pick. I was like, those three like scream Sam.
Immediately theming it is going to make it too easy for you guys.
You reckon?
So just take this easy win, all right? Just take this easy win. And if you don't get them, you're fucking idiots, right?
Look, can I just say, this is where I feel like this is going to sit well with your strengths and film tastes, I think, Jim.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think you're
'Cause
probably
you
a
see
big
these
Christmas
every
film
year.
guy. Yeah.
Only Home Alone.
Well,
And Die Hard. I've never watched Gremlins
why did you mention it?
because it strikes me the kind of thing you pick, and I
Just so you know,
could
the
probably.
first one is a very famous chat from Bulk and Skull from Mighty Morphin Barry.
Christmas episode.
How specific do you want us to be, Sam?
Right, on the first one, I think it's just, it appears in like multiple Christmas films, so you just need to say what it is. Ready?
Okay, let's do it. What the fuck was
I
that?
shall be coming to Jim first.
Can we have it one more time?
That
please?
sounded like almost like a horror film.
a little bit
Of course,
of
I will be
strings going on.
doing it again. So, you need to tell me the name of the character and when this happens, but you don't need to be too specific on exactly the film.
What?
I mean, the fact that he said it happens in pretty much every Christmas film.
No, I didn't.
You
I said
did.
it happens in every version of this film.
Ah, okay. Well, my first guess was it's just Santa's sleigh, like taken off.
Jesus Christ, what kind of horrible, scary sleigh is that?
I don't know.
Ho ho ho!
This is my, just
It's Santa's sleigh.
just taken off. Just
Right.
just the initial. That was my first initial guess.
No.
I was trying to. You really throw me with every version of this film.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think, what Christmassy film do I know that's got like multiple versions and stuff? The only really one I can think of, and I only really know one version of it, but I'm sure there's others, is A Christmas Carol. And I wondered whether it was one of the spirits of Christmas.
I need you to be specific.
Is it? Okay.
Well,
Christmas Carol.
there's only one I can think of that'd be that.
Well, maybe not the spirits, but is it the ghost of Marley and Farley? Because that was like chains rattling.
It is.
What?
It is.
Yeah.
It is Marley from Christmas Carol.
It's Marley and Farley. Ooh.
That's
No,
from the
Jim?
Christmas Carol. Yeah, that's from the
The
Muppet
Muppets, the best version.
one. Yeah, clearly. You know who's in that, don't you? You fucking...
No, I can't
Yeah.
think who.
Fucking hell, it's you, Marley. And you, Marley.
Have
are
you
doing
seen
coming up
the
your
Muppets
birthday?
Christmas Carol?
I think the Muppets are overrated.
Oh, mate, not that film. Not
No,
that. Don't you
Muppets
dare.
Christmas Carol
Don't
and
you
Muppet-
dare.
Muppets Christmas Carol and Muppet Treasure Island. Oh,
So good.
I think they're overrated.
you're overrated. Right, okay. That was the hardest one, I reckon.
Oh, hang on. All right, hang on. Yeah, I think I know what that is. I think he's probably. I'm going to be sound quite confident with that one, but I think Sam's going to tell me something different.
In this, I want the character and what he's doing.
I thi- I-
like the
God.
film.
I
the
think
character and what
think
he's-
I know. I think
I will be coming to Nick first.
yeah, that's fine. I think I know.
This is a complete guess because it's just not hitting me. But is that by any chance our good friend Arnold from Jingle All the Way? And is he like being pulled along by? No, what is the toy? Is it the boots, like the booster thing he puts on, and suddenly he's flying through the air? That's my guess.
Jim.
Fuck's sake, because that's right. It's him
Yeah,
flying through
it's
the air
right,
and then he
he's got
cuts
it.
out on him.
I wasn't going to give it to him if he was saying pulled along, but he said booster flying.
I was
through the
hoping he was going to stick with what he was saying, pulled along by the reindeer.
air. Yeah.
Yes, come on. Is that what you had? 'Cause you didn't write anything down.
No, because it was straight away. It was Turbo Man.
Yeah, he had it. Yeah.
Did he though?
I knew straight away it was Turbo Man flying through the air.
Did he though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I heard Arnie at the end, I was like, well, I know exactly what that is.
It's turbo time.
So fucking annoyed he got that. Just fucking vamped his way through it.
Yeah, that is funny. That is good. Right. Okay. This one. You get this.
Okay.
Do you need it a second time? Anyone?
No.
Jim, I'll come to you first.
I can't. It's not. It's Marv, isn't it? Is it Marv? Yeah, it's Marv on the okay, hang on,
Yeah.
do you want? Does it happen in both films or only in one particular film?
You
That
need
particular
the character,
bit
and you
is
need
only
the
in
film,
one.
and you need what he's doing.
Well, he's getting electrocuted in Home Alone 2.
Nick.
That is in Home Alone 2 when he's getting into the old abandoned building and he's climbing up, and then he clips on the two electric things and electrocutes himself, and you see a skeleton and his hair all sticks up, and it's very funny.
It's
Is it
not Home Alone
not?
2, is it?
It is Home Alone 2, but he's holding on to taps.
That was it. I thought it was
I
the
mean,
electric clips.
electrocuted.
Yeah, because
And
the
you
clips,
see his skeleton.
the clips go
Yeah,
on, which
yeah.
makes it
He's
electrocuted.
electrocuted.
All right, yeah,
come
get
on.
that one. Yeah,
It's around. He still wins 3-2 this week.
he does win 3-2. That was our Christmas audio aperitif.
Can't believe he vamped the fuck out of that second one.
Yeah, that Jingle All the Way one was a complete guess until it started coming to.
Fucking hell.
Where does that put the standings now?
It puts it 2-1 in your favour.
Oh,
It's not bad. I'm done better than I thought I would these past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've got 4 out of the 6.
that's all right.
All right, yeah. All right.
Yeah. I like that. I like that the first one wasn't an obvious one, actually, by any means.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm surprised you got that. Like,
I kinda surprised myself.
maybe I shouldn't give, hints.
I think you didn't really. I think that hint of any iteration. I have definitely not, certainly not regularly, watched any other version of A Christmas Carol apart from the only one you need.
I think
Muppets
I
one.
only really watched the Muppet one, but I've seen all of them.
Right.
The Jim Carrey CGI one's odd.
Oh yeah.
It was like
Forgot there was
amazing
even
for the
a thing.
time, but
Yeah.
it just looks a bit odd. Yeah. Right.
Well, that's that for another audio aperitif. Thank you very much, Sam.
You're welcome.
Let us know how you do in the comments when I post the video. Chuck your guesses in, and I will, of course, read out the best ones on the next episode.
Yeah. Keep your eyes. Please keep your eyes on our socials for more animation goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam... Don't know how often Sam wants to upload them, but,
Every week that we're not uploading an episode.
yeah, we're going to stick to that for now. Yeah. So every other week, so so look at it this way. Episode, animation. Episode, animation. Well, yeah.
Episode,
So, yeah.
animation. Maybe there'll be some other little silly bits coming at some point, but for right now, just,
But,
be happy with what you got.
we'll tell you more into that after the Christmas period when we know more.
Yeah.
Because, let's get Christmas out the way first.
Let's get that gout done.
Get that gout done.
The gout mode.
Gout mode!
Just is there any chance to sing us out? Is there any chance we can get an Arnie version of Aerosmith? Just to
Well,
get that anticipation going.
Before we get that.
I'll sing us out at the end.
Till next time, have a wonderful Christmas in 8 days' time from myself and the rest of the Castor Oil crew.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. I don't want to miss
That sounds like
That does not
Police Academy character.
He lost Arnie. He lost Arnie really early then.
How you going? I've got into yes.
He lost Arnie really quick.
I've got it. Yeah, hang on. I'll get back. Hang on. I will get this. You won't fucking get this. I'll do it. Hang on. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a fucking thing.
Well, that's that.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Perfect.
Movie Movie casserole, casserole.